Welcome to Pool Opening 2021, Part 12. Today we're going to brush and floss the pool. Yeah, there's floss. And maybe there's not. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's been 7 days since I last played with the pool. And, well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I should say 7 days since I last recorded anything with the pool. I have vacuumed it one more time and then vacuumed a third time going around where the walls slant at the bottom there. And you can still see that there's some green. Let me swing you over around here. And over here you can see that at the top and the bottom of the slant, it's still green, as well as the sides there. And that needs to be brushed. The vacuum, there's only so much you can do with that. This isn't the easy part. I don't think any of it is. But anyway, the big vacuum can only get so much, so you're left with them watermelon stripes like that. So we need to go fine detail on this. So I have this. This is a small vacuum brush, and it's just exactly what you need to get in the crease there and down at the bottom in that. And this is a painstaking process because it's the details that always take the time and, stuff like that. I can also get around the light down over there, which is green. This will clean that up real nice also, and that. But there's only so much that I'm going to do with that brush, because then you have to go for the big one, which is this guy here. Now this brush does not have any vacuuming capabilities, so anything I brush with this is just going to go in the pool, and it's going to have to be filtered out or vacuumed up manually later. So we'll do this later because I want to show you that, because the water's going to get all green and cloudy and horrible again. So let me get the little vacuum brush, this one, hooked up. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm actually going to vacuum to the filter. Now, it's not a great idea to do that, because when you vacuum to the filter, all this green stuff is going in there. But I'm prepared to backwash it as soon as I'm done, and there's not that much considering what it used to be. So I think it's fair game to do that. As far as the leaves and the black marks and everything at the bottom, those are leaves and other tree junk and stuff like that, and I think Robot is going to have to pick up the slack for that one, because there's only so much vacuuming I'm going to do manually. I have the water on yet again. I don't really have enough water to actually vacuum to waste, which is what I should be doing, so we're going to do the right thing and make believe that I had enough water and vacuum to the filter anyway. Alright, let's get started. So kind of the same story with this. We're going to sort of drop the hose in the pool and try to get the brush in here and hope that it doesn't skid away. So that's already twisted. The little brush is a lot easier to handle. So maybe, probably not. Anchor it in the chair. Okay, that'll have to be good enough. So we're going to throw the rest of the hose in, and it doesn't want to play nice today. I can tell already. So we'll just work on this for a minute. There. And now we'll put this end in the skimmer. I'll try to get the hose kind of like that. Basket's got tree stuff. Oh, water's nice and warm now. I don't know what the temperature is yet. Bad idea, don't do this. Hear that? That's because this has to be underwater, and I don't know how I'm going to make that happen, because I don't want to stay. But maybe, with any luck, the weight of the water now. No, it's going to take the whole vacuum into the pool. Okay, good enough. Just in time for the air coming in. I'm going to shut the solar. I don't want that to kick on inadvertently. And wait for the air to clear a minute. Actually, I realized it may not, because the fitting on that vacuum plate in the skimmer doesn't have water over it, so it's probably sucking air from there. Let's go for broke and shut the east skimmer, because I'm not using it, and see if that'll make it work. Okay, I can get by with that. That's all right. Actually, there is enough water to cover the fitting in the skimmer over there, so air, just, I don't know. Anyway, we're just going to roll with it, and you'll notice I didn't change the multi-port valve, because like I said, I'm leaving it on filter, and that's where I'm going, and you shouldn't do this, so don't. And I'll show you why you need a little brush. We're going to do over here. It's like a magic eraser for your pool. And all this is getting sucked up by the vacuum action. As such, I can do down here. So I'm just showing you what the brush is going to do. Like that, we'll do a little bit more here. The bristles on this are a little soft maybe, but you take what you get. And as far as the little stripes like that, that's where the big brush is going to come in, and we're just going to brush that into the pool, because there's only so much you're going to sit here like with a toothbrush kind of thing. You know, there's only so much patience you have as far as that goes. But I'm going to work at this for a while, and I'll come back after I'm done. So now I'm going to show you what the big brush is going to do. Take that, and you're going to see that this is like, looks like it's much better, but all of that is going in the water. But it's a lot less tedious than the little brush. So I'm actually going to big brush it first. I'll do some down here also, which I don't think you can see. Just to try to get the bulk of it off. And maybe, I don't know if you can see, there's sort of a cloud in the pool. Don't know if you can make it out. But that cloud is all that stuff I brushed. And that is going to have to get filtered out. So the bottom of the pool is going to turn a bit green, because we're basically disrupting its natural life cycle here. So we'll brush some more. Put a little more toothpaste on there. And just keep working at it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep working at it. Keep brushing it until I get most of this stuff off, and the rest will be done with the little one. I'm about a third of the way done, and I want to show you, this is the place where I used the small brush before, And if you look down over there past the light, you'll see in the crease there, it's not, but everything is off the walls. And then I went and started to do this side over here, and you can see again, same kind of story. And you see the green in the middle? The green in the middle. That's where it's going, and the water has turned cloudier than it was. So like I said, this is going to need to filter out, but I have a lot more to do. I have to go all the way around there, so I'm maybe almost a third of the way done, and that's kind of the deal right now. So I'm going to brush everything. Another thing I did is I shut both of the skimmers off, and I have it just chooching off the main drain, because as I push this stuff, at least to my eye, it looks like it goes to the bottom of the pool, and the hopes is that it has the most suction on the main drain, and it'll just all that stuff up and go from there. So I'll carry on and we'll go from there. So here it is after all of that brushing and everything else. There's leaves. They'll find their way. What I did is I went around with a big brush over here, brushed everything down, and then I sort of swept the floor, so to speak, over to the main drain. So I got the bulk of it kind of in there, and that way that's all good. But the water is cloudy. There's no way around that because we've suspended all of the goodies. I have to take the little brush and do the crease of everything. But this is about what we're left with. Looks worse than when I started, yes, but it's, you know, supposed to. One thing I didn't do yet was the steps, because I want to use the little brush for that. Because why put that in the pool if I could suck it up? So we're going to vacuum that now. That's looking a lot better. Let's see if I can get enough hose over here, because it's a little out of the pool at that end. That should do. Oh, I didn't want to do that. A little bit more. Shorter, of course, would be easier, but why do that, you know? So I'm going to work on this and I'll show you the steps when I'm done. And sometime later, no more green, or mostly no more green. It's a process and it takes time, and the little brush is kind of like almost too small in some circumstances, and other times is just right. So there's a bit left to be desired. There's something, there's like, they don't, if they made one like twice the size of that, might, you know, might be good, but how many different brush heads do you want to keep swapping around as you're doing this is the other part. So that brings us to the last part of this, which is flossing the pool. Now before we get to that, I'm currently going around and I am taking care of all the creases and everything. I have to go around the pool with that, so I still have the vacuum in here. But let's talk about flossing the pool. Yes, it's a real thing. When you floss, you use something that looks like a thread. Well, for a pool, you know, that's this big, imagine if your mouth was that big. So we need a lot more thread. That's called a towel, and you're getting in there and you're wiping everything down, and that's flossing the pool, and that will finish it off. But in the meantime, I'm not ready to do that because I still have some leaves and other debris in the pool that needs to be vacuumed out, and that's going to be left for Robot because we do have to get him running. I'm not going to run him yet because the water is cloudy in that, so I want to let the pump run and let this all filter out before I go and run Robot. So I'm going to finish going around and getting all the detail work done, and the next part will actually be the last part, and that's going to be dropping in Robot. So for the most part, with the exception of what you're going to see at the bottom of the pool in the next video that Robot is going to hopefully suck up, it's done. But stay tuned for Robot. And we're finally into spring. It finally has gotten to be time where it's not cold out anymore. Sometimes it's even hot. And the birthday bush is in full bloom. Almost. It's just got a couple little ones left. Let's go over there and see if there's any bumblebees. I don't see any bumblebees. Just a few that have not bloomed yet. As you see, there's just, I mean, we're almost there. But I didn't want to miss the opportunity because if these guys, look at that. If these guys start closing up and dying because it's only here for a short time, you know, then you miss the whole thing. So I wanted to show you that. Uh-oh. We got other stuff growing. This stuff, I don't know what that is. Weedids and bad things, and it has thorns. Great. I need that growing here. That's good. So I'll have to take care of that. But otherwise, the birthday bush is in full bloom. I guess it's the bumblebee's day off. I don't know. Saw one earlier. Oh, there he is. There's a bumblebee. Well, he just buzzed off. Okay. Oh, here's another one. I hate bumblebees. So anyway, that's there. That's good. So yeah, Jay's birthday is around the corner. A couple of weeks away, which is already passed by the time you watch this video, I think. And otherwise, we're pretty much almost all done with the pool. The next part will be the last, dropping in Robot. I'm going to finish doing my little detail work here, and that'll be it. So we'll see ya in the next video. Take care.